2 years ago, my friend Julie Brown and I were having a conversation, and we were talking about how insane the roads are in our neighborhood. Everybody was complaining about all the accidents, cars up in people's front yards. And I've lived on North Bend Road for 26 years, and it's just continually gotten worse.
In early 2021, my neighbors and I began to notice very serious accidents, specifically occurring at the Edwood intersection on a frequent basis. It reached a point at which I decided to write a letter to the office of the mayor expressing the concerns on the part of my neighbors and myself. I said at that time, if no action was taken, someone would be killed. Within 2 weeks after I submitted that letter, Jamestown's fatal accident took place. Again, less than 50 yards from my home. I lost hope. I was astonished. I expected so much more from the city.
I always come back to this is about values. This is about values. What do we value? These are clear choices. Do we value human life in this case, or do we value speed? Do we value community over speed?
Think back about my dad when I was a kid would always say to me, if you want your community to be better, you have to do something. You can't just complain about it. And we said our best plan is to show you what we're talking about. So we took all these people in 4 different directions on Hamilton and North Bend, and we're like, look at what's happening. So where Meeka was up here, she said, man, this is really dangerous where they turn here. And literally 24 hours later, somebody flew through where she was standing into somebody's front yard.
To be clear, it took a village. It started in October of 2021. I was just the person that set up the weekly Zoom call, and we met every week for over a year. Started with just 3 people, me, Felicia, and Dr. Rachel Nolan. Now we have over 300 members on a private Facebook group. And so, yeah. And everybody does what they can do.
After having lost hope, the stars began to align themselves. And I was directed to the TAPS group, Julie, and we had a meeting with Davu Good and Mark and Meeka. Things began to return to a level that I expected. I'm extremely hopeful that ultimately we will have a design that is safer and valued by our community.
This is amazing difference. So appreciative of Matt and Jody, to the council members for supporting us and saying, yeah, this isn't right.
And so as this is a day of remembrance, it is also a day of celebration. When I think about the energy that is around us today, this is what community looks like. It's when people come together, and it's when people activate, and it's when people show up and advocate for what they want to see in their community.